Good morning. I'm talking to you from my garden. In suburbia, you hear dogs barking and irrigation sprinklers going, but it's a beautiful morning. And I wanted to talk to you from here because I think we get disconnected with nature. And the seasons, the change of the seasons are such a good guide for us in kind of understanding our own bodies as well as how we connect to this beautiful place that we live. I think that connection is really what we're after, or what brings us joy and peace, at least from my personal experience. And the growing season has a lot to do with that. It's kind of how we see these things happen in the world around us. Let's talk a little bit about that, about the season of summer. In traditional medicines like TCM, it's about the heart and the pericardium, and also about the small intestine. So those are things and organs that we can pay more attention to this time of the year. We know that our eating styles can change during summer. We kind of do this naturally, don't we? We shop at the farmer's market, we grow vegetables in our yard or our gardens, and we really look for less protein and heavy, hot things in our diet. So this is really kind of a lovely time to explore and do some special things that maybe are different than you do at other times of the year. So we're here in the garden, and I wanted to show you one of my favorite plants for summer. To me, this one speaks summer. Maybe the only one that does more than that is possibly the dandelion that looks like the sun. But this is calendula, which people used to call this pot marigold. Calendula has a lot of really useful qualities about it. It's warming and drying, so it's used a lot for skin issues, especially those that involve inflammation. And so it's a beautiful thing to make into a salve or an infused oil. It's also good for the digestive system because it has a bitterness to it. And so a lot of people use it for things like leaky gut. It can be helpful for that kind of thing, especially as a tincture, which you're all familiar with, a tincture or glycerite, infused herbal extract. But it can also be used as a tea, even though it's a little bit on the bitter side. A lot of people can sweeten it a little bit with honey and have it be useful for that. I dried the flowers. I pick them every day. It's kind of a meditation, so that's another thing that's special to me about it. Those flowers look like little sunbursts, and almost every day you'll have new ones if you keep picking them. So this is kind of my suggestion maybe for you to explore because this plant says summer to me. One of the other things that I really like about calendula, and this is kind of from experience and a hands-on kind of thing, is you can let the flowers go to seed, and they create this most interesting seed that I thought maybe was a bug and not a seed. But it's really interesting, and I highly recommend it. It's a plant that we sell often at our plant sales in the spring, and it's just a nice one because it has so many uses and values to get familiar with. And actually plant, it's easy to grow, and it's very prolific. Sometimes it comes up in places you don't expect it to because it does self-seed. But it's a very lovely plant that is super useful. So I hope you enjoyed these little chats about the season of summer, and that it encourages you to go out and spend a little bit of time in the sun, in your garden, and just enjoy the beauty of the season.